Yeah. Yeah. Can you believe they told me that I would never make it? Now we smiling in their faces, smiling in their faces.
You get kicked off your own show. Yeah, you get kicked off your own show. Barstool plays in your face. Your partners don't want you back, and you figure, now let me try to go viral. Let me try to get my own shit off the ground by shooting at D Wade.
It's a different era. I mean, Dwayne Wade averaged 30 when it was crazy to average 30. I mean, I know Harden averaged 36, which is more than Kobe, but he did it in the era where he was a free throw merchant. He had that little thing where he put his arms out, and then like he would get you caught in the cookie jar. And then he also played in the league in the era where you couldn't touch nobody. All right, man. So Matt Barnes been one of the realest dudes out there, man. Shout out to Matt Barnes. He actually recently just reposted one of my posts on Instagram, man. He commented as well. So I salute you back, Matt Barnes. Keeping it real, always keeping it real. So let's get into Matt Barnes clapping. I don't say clapping back, but just speaking his mind on this Pat Bev thing, because there's been a lot going on when it comes to the basketball sports world with podcasts, and a lot of people trying to get clouts, get clicks, and sometimes it's distasteful, and sometimes it's out of reach. But let's hear from Matt Barnes real quick. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe. You know what to do. Road to 100K. Let's get it.
Before we get into it, and I've just been seeing this Pat Bev situation and the D Wade disrespect. And I just wanted to talk about it. And obviously everyone has their rights to their opinion, you know, and to say that James Harden is a better two guard than Dwayne Wade is obviously his opinion. I don't think facts back that up. And that's no knock on James. I think James is one of the greatest scorers, point guard. I think he's the top 10, where is he? Top 10 in assists, top 10 scoring. Yeah, I mean, James is absolutely incredible, and I think it's a fair argument. I think why D Wade possibly gets a nod by a lot of people is because D Wade played the other end of the basketball as well.
I'm gonna chime in. I ain't gonna be one of them dudes interrupting too much, but I do want to say that even though he played the other side of the ball, when it comes to playoff, man, when the playoffs come, I mean, Dwayne Wade's proven himself to be in that playoffs, man. And unfortunately, James Harden, the last 2 game 7s he played in, 7 points and 9, and the other game was 9 points. So less than 10, you know, less than double figures. You know, it's just, there's a lot to the story, but I'm gonna let him continue, man.
You know, 3 all defensive teams, and I think he's the all-time leader in shot blocks for a two guard, if I'm not mistaken. And
he is.
You know, when you talk about the hierarchy of two guards, again, it's just an opinion. You put MJ, you put Kobe, you put D Wade, and then, you know, it's a conversation between James Harden and Allen Iverson. So
facts.
To me, it was less about the rankings of the players they're talking about and more just about Pat Bev's energy. I mean, this dude gets
well, we know
yeah, I mean, he gets kicked off his own show and replaced on his own show. He goes through legal troubles, which you never really want to laugh about. I'm glad they were able to straighten the legal troubles out, but you get kicked off your own show. Yeah, you get kicked off your own show. Barstool plays in your face. Your partners don't want you back, and you figure, now let me try to go viral. Let me try to get my own shit off the ground by shooting at D Wade, who doesn't fuck with no one, stays in his own lane. And I was glad D Wade said something. You know what I mean? Because D Wade is very non-confrontational. He's chilling. He's living his life.
Yeah,
he's a Hall of Famer. He doesn't need to do this. And
I will say too, like the thing with Pat Bev, I think Pat Bev was a hell of a defensive guy, a hell of a leader when it comes to, you know, that defensive end of the court, going out there doing the dirty work. Like I should salute that dude, man. But the problem I have with Pat Bev, and I don't know if this is his personality per se, or if this is him trying to get in the right regards of this whole landscape of social media, the algorithm and stuff like that. But, you know, I remember on Gil's Arena, he showed up on Gil's Arena. He kind of went at Rashad McCants. Rashad McCants is always being known for being outspoken. So I don't know if he premeditated this stuff. Is this stuff like, you know, man, I'm about to set this the record straight for something. I'm about to go on record and go viral. You know what I'm saying? Like, it seems like that's his sentiment sometimes. So let's continue the video.
Now I saw Pat Bev switch the conversation to a 3. He's not a 3. Who gives a fuck if he's a 3-point shooter or not? The motherfucker did it on the highest level.
So basically what he's saying is that Pat Bev recently came out and said he shot better from 3 from D Wade. Like you got to be delusional to try to compare Pat Bev to D Wade. Like just because you shot better from three, it don't mean there's a conversation that needs to be held at all.
3-time NBA champ,
Yes.
averaged 36 in the finals at one point, as a finals MVP, 11 or 12-time All-Star. And again, both James and D Wade, it's definitely a debate. But I think, in my opinion, Wade gets the nod. But I think Pat Bev is doing what people hate about sports media, is you're trying to do the clickbait, you're trying to take shots at people to try to put yourself back in a spotlight that you lost. You went away to play, then you got in some trouble, you get kicked off your own show. I just, and I've seen Pat, the one time I said something to Pat, he tried to say some slick shit about CP a while back, and I had to check him on ESPN. But overall, I think he has a lot of talent. He adds insight to it, but just don't become a Jason Shitlock. Don't try.
Jason Shitlock. Shout out to Jason Whitlock.
Rebuild your reputation or your platform by trying to shit on people.
Right.
Rebuild your platform by talking real shit and giving real opinions on and again, your opinion of James is your opinion. I respect it. But I just think the way you're trying to attack D Wade is weak as fuck.
It's the way he went about it. He made it seem like it's a fact. Like, I don't know if you guys seen how he went about it, but he was saying it like it was a fact. Like, he wasn't saying, man, I'm going to take James Harden, but it's close. He was like, no, give him a ring. He's better. He got a better career. I'm like, chill, man. Like, it's okay to get your take off, but when you start speaking with conviction, that gonna rub people the wrong way. And the clip's almost over. Let's get into it.
It's not gonna work. People see the bullshit. Look in your own comments. Your people in your comments are telling you you're full of shit, bro. So anyway, Max, I just had to get that off my chest. I don't know if you want to add anything to it or not.
No, Pat's my guy, man, and Pat's
I like Pat. Pat is a dog.
He was straight. Pat. He was out of pocket. Come on, man. I mean, you know better than that, man. You know how to handle this situation, man.
So that's really how he clapped back, really. I mean, he kind of just calling him a clout chaser. You get kicked off your pod, as you know, man. This lane is not easy. I mean, getting up here, making content, the algorithm is not always going to be working in your favor. So Pat Bev is thinking, this is how I'm going to get in favor, but you make enemies along the lines. Now, do you want to create enemies to get clicks? Because guess what? These clicks aren't going to last forever, but you create allies in this industry, then you get to go on shows more. You could have been on Gil's Arena, but maybe you rubbed the people the wrong way there. Maybe Rashad don't really rock with you, and he's like, I don't really want him dude on the show. It makes for good content, but then think about the relationships. You going at people, you're taking shots at people. Who knows? Maybe D Wade would have said, hey, man, Pat Bev, like, I know they played on the Heat together. Maybe he's like, hey, listen, yo, Pat Bev, you want to come on the show, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Give him a little boost in the algorithm, give him a little clout, give him a little attention, But when you go about it the way Pat Bev is doing it, you might burn some bridges. And when you burn bridges, guess what? You do just that, man. You can't turn back, and you can't find these people that you might have played with or you might have talked about, and you get on the same network as them, will kind of help each other out when it comes to that lane of podcasting and sports media. Overall, man, I think Pat Bev, like I said, clout chasing, but to me, it's not a conversation when it comes to Dwayne Wade and James Harden. I think it's solidified, bro. I think 3 is where he's at. I don't think Harden comes close. I think he does things better, facilitating, shooting, a little bit of scoring. But when it comes to the intangibles and all on both sides of the court, I mean, Dwayne Wade could score, maybe not as efficient, maybe not, I wouldn't say efficient, but not as sexy maybe. Dwayne Wade is a little bit more of a slasher than Harden. And also, it's a different era. I mean, Dwayne Wade averaged 30 when it was crazy to average 30. I mean, I know Harden averaged 36, which is more than Kobe, but he did it in the era where he was a free throw merchant. He had that little thing where he put his arms out, and then he would get you caught in the cookie jar. And then he also played in the league in an era where you couldn't touch nobody. So as much as James Harden is an amazing basketball player, when we compare eras, we have to take all these things into context. And what Pat Bev is doing is being recency bias, saying, "Oh, he's a better passer, he's a better, 3-point shooter." Like, well, Dwayne Wade wasn't a point guard. Dwayne Wade was a shooting guard, so his job was to score and play defense. In the era of Harden in the Mike D'Antoni system, he's essentially a point guard, and he's the system. It's pick and roll. Everyone's shooting threes. It's a high octane offense. They've taken a lot of possessions, and Dwayne Wade played in the dead ball era. So when we look at these things, you got to take these things into consideration. And it's no knock to James Harden. Shout out to James Harden. Got love for everybody that ever played in the league, man. This is all basketball. When I talk basketball, it's all basketball. It's not personal. I don't think it should be taken personal. However, when it comes to the players, though, like I'm basically media. If I'm Patrick Beverly and I'm talking about players, now it's fair game to go at each other. No, I was better than you. You a scrub. Like of course, Pat Bev is better than me at basketball. Of course, all these guys are better than me at basketball, so they can't respond back. But I can respond back with facts. But when it comes to that level, I think it's a little bit different. So these are my thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. If you're new to the channel, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe. 100K coming soon. If y'all, just please hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed it, of course. I ain't trying to have y'all stay up, hold y'all hostage if you ain't enjoying the content. But my name's Tyler. This is Tyler Rose TV. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Peace.